Welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking the Yeti SB160 versus 165. These bikes look very similar on paper, but in the real world live two entirely different lives. The Yeti SB160 may be the winningest bike on the EWS circuit, but the 165 has competed at Rampage. And they may both have two wheels, but those are nearly two different sports entirely. Thanks to everyone who has subscribed, and if you haven't, please do. Now let's get into it. When it comes to the fun stuff, both of these bikes do well at speed and in the chunk. With the SB160, I did find it very important to set that sag up correctly. Sure, it works, but it works very well if you take the time to set it up. The SB160 though is better. It tracks better, and even with an air shock, it has better small bump compliance. On the steeps, I think I prefer the SB165. I've talked about my preference for mullet setup. But the SB160 maintains control for longer. However, I definitely hit my butt a few times with the 160. Right, first downhill lap on the Yeti SB160. Woo! Woo! This is not for the faint of heart. Woo! Yeah. Powdery. Then the jumps. The SB160 has that sail feeling, kind of like the Spire. For going fast and straight, it's fine, but not fun. As you would expect for a bike that competes at Rampage, the 165 jumps well and likes to be thrown around. Last for the fun stuff is cornering. The SB160 takes a clear win here. They both corner well, but the better tracking and larger rear wheel makes those sweeping corners feel like you have endless traction. That's not to say there's anything wrong with the SB165's cornering, especially when things are tight. The 160 was just better across the board. Both these bikes need to get you to the top. The SB160 is the clear winner here. The 165 is comfortable, but the 160 is much better and keeps the front weighted even on the steepest climbs. It feels fast enough, but like the 165, could use that lockout. Traction is great without feeling as sluggish as the 165. Lastly, the better body position helps on switchbacks, but the long wheelbase is going to make you work for it. Let's touch real quick on quality and value. These bikes are pricey, and just to get into one, you're looking at $6,300. They do have some of the best finishes in the industry, and the lifetime warranty is nice. I would love to see a bearing warranty like Santa Cruz and Evil, and that's part of why I scored the value on the lower side. I would really like to see more companies working to bring the prices down. Cable clamps, quality hardware, easy to find bearings, and a threaded BB make these bikes easy to live with. People regularly comment on their concerns with the Switch Infinity, but it's been out for a while and compared to the old system is much less maintenance and less creaking. Final thoughts, and who are these bikes for? You would think this would be easy, but the SB160 is so capable that if you just want control even when freeriding, it may be the way to go. The SB160 is a race machine, and as I mentioned in the intro, maybe the winningest bike in enduro. That said, if you're on the shorter side, the 165 may be quicker. If you want to ride those freeride lines but add some style and tricks, then the SB165 is the obvious choice. The last thing I would note is I found the fit to be a little weird on the size large. On paper, I can see why, comparing the large Insurgent to the large SB165, but the mediums match. The small difference just made it feel off. If you're looking to do tricks or just fun, you'll probably want a smaller size anyway, and if I was replacing my DaVinci chainsaw, which I sized down on, I would also size down to the medium for the SB165. However, I'm always trying to review size larges to keep a baseline for the comparisons. If I get a long-term bike, sometimes I'll deviate from that, but for the SB165, I rode the large, and so I reviewed the large. Woo-ha! These are such cool bikes and so capable, you'll struggle to find excuses. The SB160 may actually fit more riders even if you're not racing, just because of the control it provides. The SB165 though, if you're looking to up your freeride game, is the clear winner. Dual crown, burly single crown, who needs a derailleur or a dropper? If you're just pushing, riding the chair and shuttling. These bikes will allow you to ride anything you set your mind to. Don't stop pushing and respect the send. Thanks for watching and please subscribe. I got plenty more bikes coming for 2025. And if you need anything for yourself or your ride, check out the links in the description as well as on my channel's page. Now get out there, go fast and take chances. See you next week.